Hi everyone. Today I will delve on the theories that I will use for my project regarding social media and nonprofit organizations. In doing so, I will talk about the purpose of the project, social information processing theory, organizational socialization theory, and my interview questions. So the purpose of my project is basically to investigate how nonprofit organizations recruit volunteers and broadcast information through social media. So I will look at social information processing theory, and basically it describes how online personal relationships demonstrate the same relational dimensions, and it has the same qualities as face-to-face relationships. It was developed by Joseph Water in 1992. So it all turns out that it has been numerous attempts to describe and formulate this theory, and just to explain how social interactions occur in online situations. Since the effectiveness of online interactions are measured through statistics, it is very hard to find a theory that states on how social media impacts our viewpoints. So most theories delve on the negative aspects of the internet, so I found social information processing theory a kind of a more positive thing, outlook in internet. This recent theory depicts it's more optimistic, and it states that online interactions are capable of forming impressions and relationships. So social information processing theory proposes that despite online communication sometimes lacks nonverbal communication, people seek out to interpret cues and that serve as substitutes for nonverbal communication, such as the use of emoticons, and it reduces uncertainty, interpersonal uncertainty. Therefore, this theory sees people as capable of adopting and interpreting cues present in face-to-face interactions. So as a result, social information processing theory states that people have shaped their communication behaviors to better understand each other as they share and construct different perceptions and beliefs. So with that said, I will use social information processing theory in order to establish the effectiveness of online resources such as Facebook, Twitter, and email lists on impacting people's points of views, thus encouraging people to participate in collective actions, in this case, nonprofit organizations. So my next theory is based on the organizational socialization process, and basically what our organizational communication book states is that the socialization process is a process by which people learn values, norms, and required behaviors of an organizational culture. And there are basically 3 stages in the socialization process. The first is anticipatory socialization, which is the process of learning about a culture that you expect to enter. So like going back to my project, this relates to how social media raise volunteers' expectations upon taking part of an organization as they get to, look at their Facebook profiles and everything. Then there's the encounter stage. That's when newcomers are told about the specific policies and norms of an organization in order to adapt to this organization. And the third stage is metamorphosis, which is the process of transforming into a member of the organization. So the result of metamorphosis is organizational identification, and this is why I chose to I chose this theory. It will help me find out how volunteers identify with the organization through the social media. So for this project, I'll hopefully try to interview Greenpeace volunteer So these are the questions that are based on these theories and will help me understand the volunteers' involvement within the organization. So the first one is, how did you hear about Greenpeace? What are Greenpeace's values and how were they communicated to you? How many times have you accessed Greenpeace Facebook and or Twitter accounts in order to gain awareness of this company? Have you used online resources to promote a certain cause for this particular organization? Do you consider yourself committed and passionate about the goals and beliefs of this organization? And this is my bibliography. And are there any questions?
You're studying social information processing theory.
Yeah.
How did this come to be?
How did this come to be?
Yeah, where did this theory stem out of?
Actually, I was looking for basically theories that relate to, like how online resources, especially social media, help shape, new perceptions and everything. So it was very difficult to find something like this because basically they're all based on statistics. You don't have actually like a theory that actually states that, like social media does this and that. So I think that social information processing theory was like, I found online. I found this theory online, and it basically
Where did it come from? How did it originate? Who first came up with this theory?
Joseph Walter in 1992, because he was basically actually looking at statistics and everything, and he thought that there were like a lot of negative things that people were saying about social media and how.
But this is 1992. Is
Yeah,
social
it's very
media
recent.
is social media really any? Could people predict what was going to happen in 92 as opposed to what happened in 02, 2011? So the basic theory is what?
In regards to this.
Yes, in regards to social information processing theory, the basic theory is
that social interactions through the social media kind of help shape people's beliefs.
just as they do in face-to-face.
Just as they do in face-to-face.
So
It's
that's
as
the theory.
effective. Yeah.
That's the theory.
That's the theory.
Okay.
It's as effective.
And you're looking at this theory through the organizational socialization process. So the encounter, the anticipatory socialization. So perhaps what you're looking at is, do people go on social networking sites prior to joining an organization?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well,
Absolutely.
I didn't see the question. What are the values? Have you used online resources to promote certain causes? Greenpeace's Facebook. All right, so you've got one question in there on if they've used it to gain awareness of this company. And then you started off though, is recruiting volunteers. That's what you're looking at. The purpose of the project, how nonprofits recruit volunteers.
Yeah.
Are you really looking at that, or are you looking at how volunteers use social media to enter the organization?
Well, isn't that part of the recruitment? Like if they use social media to kind of identify with the organization, that's how like volunteers, are encouraged to get into, the organization.
So are you going to ask the volunteers, did somebody send you like an email?
Yeah.
Did they friend you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Did they try to recruit you into the organization, or were you already looking at it and they were just kind of reinforcing your
views,
want,
yeah.
and so you wanted to join the organization as opposed to being recruited to join the organization?
Yeah, you could say so. I think that nonprofit organization use Facebook and social media to recruit. So you
Okay.
could say that.
But we're looking at this on the side of the volunteer, not on the side of the organization.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay, so we might need to refocus our research question.
Okay.
Or our thesis there, because that's what we're really looking at. And then perhaps you should find out if, this person friended somebody on Facebook, looked around their different social networking sites as part of the anticipatory socialization.
Yeah.
Because what your theory is stating is that face-to-face is the same or has the same dimensions as mediated. And I don't know if we're really answering that question on this research yet.
Okay.
You're on the right track, but we need just to focus that one in.
Okay.
Any other thoughts from the peanut gallery behind me? No. Very